Good morning, Soberinos, and welcome to this week's Friday Fix. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 things you can do if you're ever feeling challenged, if you're ever feeling triggered to drink, if you're noticing that you've got this desire to drink, you're being drawn back to drinking. These are 3 options that you can consider that will help to distract you from thinking about drinking. They will help to grow your resilience, your strength, and your power. They will help to nurture your overall well-being, and they will generally help you to feel positive and to feel good about yourself and to keep you motivated and to keep you on your sober tracks, which is what we all want. So the 3 things I'm going to share with you today, the 3 options you can consider that you can add to your sober toolkit for when you're feeling challenged. Number 1, yoga. Now, some of you will completely switch off at that word yoga because you won't be remotely interested in it. That's absolutely fine. Don't switch off from the video because there's other suggestions coming up, but it's fine for you to not be motivated by yoga. When I used to hear the word yoga, I used to associate yoga with middle-aged women like my mum getting together and doing like really gentle, easy workouts that weren't for me. So for a long time, yoga was a word that just completely turned me off. So I get it. I get that not everybody is going to feel excited or positive or motivated by the word yoga. However, bear with me. The research is showing that yoga has such a wide range of benefits for our overall mental health, our emotional health, our well-being, our physical health. Not only that, but it also, in some studies and some research, and I'm not 100% clear about the quality of this research, I haven't looked into it in that much detail, so I'm not going to swear by this research being peer-reviewed and evidence-based or anything, but there seems to be at least a lot of anecdotal evidence that people who practice yoga on a regular basis find it a lot easier to not drink, not smoke, and not indulge in other kind of unhealthy habits. So yoga is a really good thing. And the specific tip I'm going to share with you is you can go on any yoga website. There's hundreds out there. Go on a basic beginner's website if you're not into yoga already, and if you're not an experienced yoga person, you can go onto any website, get some basic beginner moves, and I suggest you choose 3 moves that you are going to practice whenever you get the urge to drink. You are going to spend 10 to 20 minutes practicing those 3 yoga moves. And you've got plenty to choose from. There are hundreds of yoga moves you can choose from, but go for the basic beginner ones. And whenever you feel an urge to drink, or you feel drawn back to drinking, or something triggers you and you want to drink, you can say to yourself, right, now is a really good time for me to practice my 3 yoga moves. And you spend 10 to 20 minutes doing that. Set the timer on your phone, get your yoga gear on, get your shorts on, whatever it is you're going to wear to do it, and practice your 3 yoga moves. You will find at the end of that 10 to 20 minutes, you will be refreshed, you will be re-energized, you will be feeling good about yourself, and you will have lost that drive to drink. So number 1 is practice 3 yoga moves instead of reaching for the alcohol. Number 2, I didn't write this down and I should have written it down. What the hell was number 2? Number 2, cold shower. Now, I don't know if any of you outside of the UK have been aware of a recent TV series. I think it was on BBC One in the UK. It's on BBC iPlayer. A guy called Wim Hof, WIMHOF, who's known as the Iceman. I think he does stuff on YouTube. I think he's sort of well known on the internet for kind of healing stuff to do with the cold, to do with ice, cold showers, that sort of thing. I've been watching this series called Freeze the Fear with Wim Hof, BBC iPlayer in the UK, and it's inspired me to try cold showers. Now, I've read lots of articles about the benefits of cold showers. Cold showers really do our bodies and our brains lots of good because they work our cardiovascular systems in a way that it doesn't normally get worked. They kind of energize our cardiovascular systems. They work our cardiovascular systems a bit like a muscle gets worked when we're working out. And this is a system we don't often pay attention to, and a cold shower is really, really good for it. What a cold shower also does is it helps you grow your sense of control over yourself, over your body, over your decisions, because the natural thing our bodies want to do when we step into a cold shower is to kind of recoil against it and to sort of shy away from it. And certainly that was my experience when I first tried a cold shower, and I decided, nah, this isn't for me. I don't like the cold at all. The cold scares me. In fact, I feel quite ill when I'm cold. I just really don't like the cold. So for me, cold showers, although I'd read about them and I knew they were beneficial, they just didn't appeal to me at all. Much like the yoga didn't used to appeal to me either. But having watched this series with Wim Hof, and if you are living in the UK and you can get it, I really recommend it, Freeze the Fear with Wim Hof. It is really inspiring, and it has inspired me to try these cold showers. So I started with a 15-second cold shower. The following day, I took that up to 30 seconds. And today, this morning, I have done 1 minute cold shower. So if you are feeling drawn back to drinking, you're feeling that desire to drink, you're getting an urge, you've been triggered, one of the things you can do if you don't fancy the yoga is to step into a cold shower. And you want to do it gradually, you want to work up to it. So do your 15 seconds, then your 30 seconds. You can do it even more gradually than that. Do it at a pace that suits you. But once you're able to step into that cold shower and stay there for however many seconds or minutes, you emerge from that cold shower feeling fantastic, re-energized, re-engaged, kind of re-centered with yourself, because you have focused. While you're in the cold shower, you're focusing on your breathing, you're focusing on your body, you're focusing on taking control. So it's another really good way to take control. Yoga helps you take control. Yoga helps you to become more mindful and more rooted, more centered in your body and in your breathing. Cold showers do a very similar thing, but they also work on your cardiovascular system. So tip number 2, if you're feeling drawn to drink, hop in a cold shower, stay there for however long you're going to stay there, come out revitalized and having forgotten that you were thinking about drinking. Tip number 3, well, I was going to choose 2 different ones here, so I might give you both, so you might get a bonus here. So tip number 3 is a walk. Just simply going for a walk. If you can go for a walk in nature, that is by far the best kind of walk to do. If you can surround yourselves with fresh air, with water, with trees, with green, with countryside, or with animals, dogs, whatever it might be. But going for a 15-20 minute walk is all you need to do to re-engage with the world around you, to re-engage internally with yourself, to become more mindful, to breathe better, to reconnect with the world around you, and to remind yourself of the interconnectedness between us and the world that we're living in. And if you can remember when you're walking to look up rather than down, and to keep your chin at a level that's higher than your shoulders, what that does is it allows more oxygen to flow into your body, and it helps you to enhance your mood. When people are feeling depressed, anxious and stressed, they tend to be taking less oxygen in because their shoulders tend to hunch, they tend to curve over, and their chin tends to be lower. They're not getting enough oxygen flowing through all parts of their body. So when your chin is up and you're walking out and you're looking around you, you are taking in the oxygen your body needs to really flow in the right way, to breathe in the right way, and to be upright and outwards in the right way. So you're embracing the world around you. And when you're doing all of that, your mood can't help but lift. So if you need a reminder to keep your chin up, you could count the birds, you could watch the clouds, you can look at what you can see in the treetops around you. Or if you're not able to take a walk in the countryside, maybe you can look at the roofs around you and you can see what birds, how many chimneys. You can set yourself little challenges that keep your chin up and keep you looking up and out instead of down at the floor. So a walk in the countryside is tip number 3. If you can't do countryside, a walk in an urban environment is better than no walk at all. So tip number 1, yoga. Tip number 2, cold shower. Tip number 3, walk in the countryside. And the bonus tip for you is to, if you're brave enough and if you're strong enough, is to learn to just sit somewhere comfortable, lie somewhere comfortable. When you get that urge to drink, if you get that urge to drink at all, is to just breathe through it. Sit there, lie there, switch off the rest of the world, switch off what's going on outside of you, concentrate on your breathing, notice where that feeling is in your body. When you've noticed where that feeling is in your body, or where that thought might be in your mind, identify the thought, identify the feeling, recognize where it is, if it's inside your body, outside of your body, and just breathe through it. Allow it to pass through you and notice how long it takes for that feeling to actually subside, move through you and disappear, because it will. It won't stay with you forever. It will disappear. So 1, do some yoga. Practice your 3 chosen yoga moves. Number 2, take a cold shower. Number 3, go for a walk. And bonus tip, if you're brave enough, is to simply sit with the feeling, breathe through it, notice where it is in your body and allow it to pass through in its own time. All of these actions give you control, because when you've done them, you feel that sense of achievement, that sense of accomplishment, that you have taken control of your unconscious mind's desires. You have taken control over what you do and what you don't do. You have stepped into your power. You are in control. You are the one with the power. And it's a really good reminder for our brains that we have this power. So give it a go and let me know how you get on. Next time, if you're at that stage of living your sober life or early on in your sober journey and you are still experiencing occasional or regular desires to reach for the drink, to reach for the alcohol, try choosing one of these options. Plan in advance, plan for the day ahead, tell yourself what you're going to do in advance of doing it, and let me know how you get on. Give it a go. Let me know how you go, and I will look forward to catching up with you very soon. I will look forward to catching up with you certainly in tomorrow's Saturday Share, when we are going to be sharing what's great, what's better, what's improved about living our lives sober. But in the meantime, let's go get sober together. Bye.